Right, welcome back. Second to last vehicle number 6, is obviously the van. So I did charge the battery, and I have tried turning it over, and it will fire. So I'm just going to get it fired up now, and then I'll give you a walk round on it. Right, yeah, so I need to sell one of my minis, and the one I'm most leaning towards selling is the van. It's a 1960 smooth roof 850cc van. Was restored. The restoration on it was finished in 2009-2010 by the previous owner, and then I bought it off him. He took it to a few shows, and then I bought it off him in 2014. I've not done anything to it other than have a few MOTs. It's probably done 1,000 miles in 10 years. And it just doesn't really sort of go anywhere. The biggest problem for me is because it's a 1960, it's got no seat belts, it's got no lap belts, and it's got no seat belt anchor points either. And to try and keep it as original as possible, I don't want to put anchor points in it. So therefore, it's only really to take to local shows, but it's obviously lacking any grunt with the engine, and I just prefer to drive the other minis. So it's, if any of them have got to go, then this one's got to go. So yeah, it is still super clean. It's obviously just been stored in this garage since I've lived here. I've lived here since 2016, so it was in my garage at my previous house for a couple of years, which wasn't heated, but it's got no rust, literally no rust. Yeah, the signs are magnetic. I just thought it was good advertisement for the for my business when it did go to shows. It's on drum brakes all round. Its other features which were original. It's got the floor start button. It's got a magic wand, gear box, and as you can see, single seat. So the passenger seat was actually a factory optional extra, and so they obviously didn't take that option. but I do have a set of seats, or a seat that I need to have refurbed and covered to match. It's actually got the same, the feet on the seats are different to later cars and vans, so I just need to, you know, just to give people the option of having a second seat. But I have borrowed a seat from someone before, just to so me and Lucy can go to the Bewley show. But yeah, that's how it's was originally. So carpets I had fitted, just because originally it would have just had rubber mats. I do have a rubber mat here. It's perished and I've only got one, so I just thought I'd put carpets in it, and it just made it a bit more drivable, less noisy on the road, and yeah, I did have, when I bought it, it didn't have the door cards or the dash line and stuff, so I had that fitted as well. But other than that, as it is how it came to me, or how I bought it. The seam strips are obviously not original, but I do have a set of the original steel type ones, which I need to just have sprayed, and then they can go on. And yeah, I mean, it's clean underneath, if you can see it. Difficult to see, I know. We'll try it. It's got no protection other than the paint. It wasn't stone chipped. It's had very, very, very light use. It did come with the heater from factory. That was also an option, and I think at some point it probably did have wing mirrors, proper wing mirrors, but I think when they did the restoration, they didn't put them back on, so I've just got one that clips on to here, but you know, you can see enough in it. The engine was rebuilt, obviously painted. I think it's as close to original as it can be. There might be a couple of little bits that aren't quite original, but I think they've tried to do it as close as possible. So yeah, I've had a few comments before that maybe the master cylinders and that aren't right, but I don't. I believe that they are. Obviously on 10-inch wheels, old English white. And this is it. So if anyone knows of anyone, or anyone is interested in buying a van 1960 850, then let me know. I'd like it to go to someone that's not going to put arches on it, do anything with it. Just keep it original. You know, I know I didn't have it restored, but it would seem such a waste for someone to start putting arches on it and wide wheels and so on. Yeah, so I think it needs to stay as it is. It's a beautiful van, beautiful colour. So yeah, thanks for watching these. I will come back to you in a minute with car number 7, which is the reason I've got to sell this one. Cheers, thanks for watching.